And a question I got a lot was from people, especially guys, was like, "Oh, my ex GF threatened to have me deported. Should I take? What do I do?" So we've talked about this before, but just what would happen? For example, the ex GF threatened to have them deported. I mean, what should they do most of the time?
Well, that actually happens quite often. Um, Strictly speaking, that's not a deportable offense. Okay, if your documents are in order, now you really don't need to worry about that. It's just your girlfriend or boyfriend, as the case may be, venting and trying to scare you. Having said that, there are some instances where perhaps your girlfriend is someone who, well, has some influence, is very politically well connected. I mean, it's a reality. And it just might get you on the blacklist somehow. But these are exceptional cases. If I were, foreign national, I wouldn't panic. Now, of course, this is unless there is another reason that they should be concerned about their immigration status. For example, they're conducting business here without the proper permits. They're working here without the proper permits. That's different because if the girlfriend or the boyfriend should file a case, the Bureau of Immigration just might look a little more deeply, and something which your boyfriend or girlfriend didn't intend to expose you for ends up resulting in just that.
So if it does happen, it depends. And getting off that blacklist, it just depends on what she managed to get you on the blacklist for.
Again, sorry.
So if she is someone of political influence, and she manages to get you on the blacklist, is there a specific way to get off the blacklist, or do you still have to write a letter and just pray?
No, it's the same procedure. And let me qualify that. I'm not saying that this happens often, not at all, but I have heard of such cases. And I looked at the documents of the case and wonder how and why this foreign national was blacklisted. Then you get a background story. Maybe there is a business dispute or something else. But I don't want to give the impression that this is something which is done so easily. So in the vast majority of cases, even the overwhelming majority of cases, these are basically empty threats. Just
all right. Well,
it's just.
I agree. They're just angry and trying to scare you. And so now let's assume someone did get blacklisted. What would they need to do to get off that blacklist?
Well, it depends. There are certain blacklists, for example, if you overstay, that's an offense, but it's not that serious unless you've stayed for so many years beyond your authorized stay. But the procedure basically is to write to the Bureau of Immigration, specifically the commissioner, asking that the blacklist be lifted. And there's sometimes they grant that, sometimes they don't. I can tell you if it's discourtesy or arrogance, they very rarely reconsider that.
Really?
So, yeah. So, of course, depending on how serious the incident was, and of course, if the foreign national is very apologetic in his letter, that might be considered. But that would be the procedure. You basically write the Bureau of Immigration. Of course, this is harder if you're abroad trying to get here. You'll have to get probably need to get someone here to write on your behalf.
So do you just? I mean, because you can't just write a simple letter that says, "Please let me off the blacklist." There has to be more to it than that.
Yes. Basically, explanation. No, I'm so and so. Excuse me. I proceeded to the Philippines so and so date. This is what happened. And if in the case, for example, if there's a clash with the immigration officer, there's I'm sorry, but I wasn't. Just an explanation and be contrite, and then see. But again, there's being granted entry into a country is a privilege.
Yep.
So even if you're, even under the best of circumstances, it could be denied.